Bless up yourself, one and all. Wow, the room's starting to spin for a second. Yeah, bless up yourself, one and all. Hope everybody is good tonight and in a good position, good strong position. I wanted to, well, first of all, allow me to introduce myself. I will be your host tonight. My name is Troy Graham, and the name of my show is the Troy Graham Experience. Please say the experience. Please say the experience. Okay. So, uh, this situation that you can clearly see on my thumbnail and came to my attention a few years ago about transgender. Well, they're men who believe that they're women, from my understanding, unless someone could give me a better definition of it, because transgender and transvestite still kind of confuse me a little bit. So maybe someone could help me out with that as the show goes on, right? So what happened was this. I was listening to a a local sports show right here in Baltimore, and talked about a female boxer who was badly beaten, and she would have to be hospitalized, and she may never box again. Right? I'll come live. Well, cool. Let me finish, and I'll go ahead and drop the link. And so I was like, "What happened?" Come to find out, she fought a transgender man. He had the lower part of his body done and the upper part. But see, that's all nice and good. He still had man strength. That's the thing. You're still a man. Understand me? You could change all of that. You still have the strength of a man because that's what you were born with. And so that just got me offended, but I didn't have the podcast at the time, so I couldn't really do too much. And then of course there's a trans as you can see on the thumbnail, there's an actual transgender fighter there. That's not a woman. That individual was born a man, right? And so she is fighting women as well. And I just don't believe that's fair. I think what would be fair is if and I don't know the whole LGBTQ, so I'm not trying to insult anybody. I just think that that community should start their own league to keep it fair. Transgender versus transgender, transvestite versus transvestite, etc., etc., etc. And that's why I'm hosting the show tonight to give to get. If you have actual knowledge on this, is what I'm interested in, so I can have a real conversation. The other stuff, I'm not so much interested in that. I just want to have a real conversation so we could find out some stuff because I know I might have angered a few people with the thumbnail, but that wasn't my purpose. I needed to get people's attention. But yeah, I really just think that you all should start your own league. There goes the link for anyone who's serious about it and wants to jump up here. I'll be more than happy to listen to your knowledge, right? If you're just coming up here to play the fool, I'm just gonna cut you real quick and we'll call it a night. All right. My man, all right. I know who you are. I
Basically what
know
it
who you are,
is.
Pigeon.
Yeah,
Pigeon, how are you?
yeah, I'm not too bad. On the transgender thing, a lot of it, there's a difference. You've got people like who do it as a job. So you got drag artists. Like I do that and I do the bingo in the casino, which I do. Then you got the second level, they do it for a sexual reason. And then you got the third level, which are a bit crazy, who actually want to switch their gender to do sports and to fight against women and to beat women up. And if you're a bloke like me and you're switching your gender to go and beat up a woman, basically you're the biggest piece of shit. And I'll say it, Troy, because you didn't want to say it earlier. You was trying to hold back on that shit.
Pigeon,
That's
pigeon, pigeon.
yeah.
That's not. No. If I wanted to say it, I would say it. What I really want to find out. is I just need some information on how is that even legal simply because
I,
you changed your body parts. See, those are questions that
I,
you can't answer for me. That's why I
nah,
want someone up here that actually has knowledge. You're telling me about some of the stuff you do, but you don't really have the actual knowledge that I'm seeking
nah.
tonight.
I might have some
Understand
knowledge
what I'm saying?
in terms of the fact that it's obviously going through court, so it might be going through certain legal procedures which are in the US Supreme Court. So they've obviously put something in that's going to actually make it like legal to do in
Yeah,
terms
because
of
on the flip
sports.
side of that, because on the flip side of that pigeon, what if it was a woman now, and she changed all of that, and she became a man. Are they gonna allow her to get on the football field now and play against men?
Yeah,
See how that works?
it's just crazy. It must have gone through
It,
the
it is
US
crazy.
Supreme Court. So I think all this must have gone through the Supreme Court in terms of like legislation. I know
Hmm.
in the UK that it's legal. I know that it's been pushed here. Um, I'm not an expert on it. I do have a good knowledge on it, but I'm not an expert on it. But I do know that in the UK it's been pushed through. But it's one of those subjects. It's not a hard subject to discuss because, like, if your gender is born to one particular way, you've obviously you know. Look at me, for instance. If I was to switch to being a woman, then
Uh,
I'll start
I just
boxing.
need
I
someone.
used to. It's just yeah. Get somebody on who you want to speak to.
Yeah, I
I'll
just need
dip.
someone
I'll dip.
from from the community that could actually give me a better understanding because
Yeah, I'm not
I'm
from that community, so I wouldn't know.
yeah.
I just thought that I might be able to give something. So see you later, Troy. See you later, bro.
All right, man. It was good seeing you, man.
And you lovely to see you, man. Lovely to see you. Good luck with the discussion. Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully it flows real well, man. Hopefully it flows real well. So definitely. But Tony Boswell, let's see what you're talking about. At least Pigeon got the balls to say it and have no regrets about it. Respect. No man with a sex change or not still has a large amount of T in his system. What I'm saying, Tony, is that it's not fair, and they should start their own league. I'm gonna say that they were they were in agreement with that, right, Tony? I think they should start their own league. This way, transgender could fight transgender, transvestite could fight transvestite, the gay man could fight the gay man, the lesbian fight the lesbian. Everybody's on equal grounding. That's what you're saying, right, Tony? So, you still there, Pigeon, or you just frozen? No, Pigeon's gone. Let me see if I can get it moved there. Oh, Pigeon, you're killing me. All right, let me take care of Pigeon's picture right quick. All right, there we go. Pigeon gone. So, and rolling with the punches. Good to see you, man. Lebowski Rug, big up yourself. Kevin Fluentes. These people should be ostracized from society. That's not. No, everybody has a place, and you know, I don't believe that. But why don't you jump up here and tell me why you believe they should be ostracized from society, man? We can have that conversation until somebody comes on that knows about what I'm talking about. At my club, I do bingo and drag. What does that mean? So you're a drag queen? Is what you're trying to say? Lebowski Rug? Not to be a wise ass, but you're a drag queen. We're not talking boxing, Roland. Jump on the link, man. The link is out there. Come on and talk to me a bit. Maybe we could make some sense of something. Yeah, I do drag. Okay, well, the link. Let me drop it to you again. Maybe you could give me some insight on some things because I really don't feel that that's fair. I really don't, and I'm really a little bit heated about that too. But I reached out to a bunch of different, LGQ groups, and hopefully they will come on tonight. But there you go. There goes the link. and jump on, and you'll now have a conversation. Give me a second, Troy. I'm gonna join. Do you have any information rolling with the punches? Because you could jump on, but I need people to jump on who have the information, and we can have a discussion. All right? Hannibal, show me your face real quick, Hannibal. So I make sure I don't get a dick pic or some kind of nasty nude picture like I did. That's you, pigeon. Come on, man. You were just on here. You can't give me any more information, can you? Huh? Nah, I'm not letting you on a second time to hear you say the same thing, brother. Maybe if you had something you could actually. And you told me that you do it in drag. I heard you. I heard that you dress up as a woman. I got you, but that has nothing to do with what because you're not really a part of that community. So just go in the chat and chill and write your thoughts. I need someone from that community. Here, how you get this damn thing off here now? I'm frozen again. It's a wonderful thing. Hide comment. Okay. Bam. So yeah, I need someone from that community to really jump this conversation off. So yeah, I'll never come back the second time. I'm not from that community. I think a lag in your system. Yeah, there's a lag. But while I'm on here, tell me how I'm sounding, everybody. I'm not breaking up or anything, right? That sound good? Yeah, because even though I do want a real good conversation, I need people who are in the community to help me out. I really do, really do, really do. I want them to jump on here to help a brother out. Sound good? Bless up yourself, man. If not, give them a few more minutes. Let's say we wait, hold this down for another 10 minutes, and if they don't show up, we can start talking boxing. All right? But I really want to have this discussion right here. I wanted to go at it. I wanted to go at it hard too because it's not fair whatsoever. It's not. It's just, and it irritates my soul to no end. It's just not fair. Right is right. Wrong is wrong. So we shall see what's going to go on. 10 more minutes, and we're going to do our thing. Let me look at these groups that joined here. LGB. Are they in? I think joined. Okay. Well, they let me join. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. Still pending. I have a lot of groups that are pending with me. I must have a bad reputation. That's bad when even the gay groups know that you ain't nothing. I'm a Come on, man. Come on, y'all. Tony Boswell, you gave me your feelings on it already. And I'm kind of surprised that nobody else is covering this and all the YouTube and all that. But then again, I've always been that cat who tackles the hard stuff, like with Ring 10 and starting a commission and things of that. I like to tackle things like that because they're very purposeful things. I may never see them come to pass. I may never live long enough to see it come to pass. But as long as you have a very tight and efficient, focused crew around you, it will come to pass. So your children, and your children's children will get some benefits for it. You got a union, you got a commission, because as it stands right now, we have a commission state by state, different rules, right? Rolling with the punches, my man. How are you?
Troy Graham, what's up? What's up, everybody? Oh
Yeah,
my bad. What's going on, everybody?
yeah.
I'm so glad.
Put on the
I'm
shirt,
so
baby.
glad.
Put on the shirt. Yeah, yeah.
Hey, this is the. I'm glad you said that. What are we talking about here? We're talking about
You didn't see the
somehow we're talking
you
about
didn't
what?
see the
Sexuality.
thumbnail or hear my voice for the. Hey, Roland,
That's
man.
what
You
I'm,
know, easy
that's
foot.
what I'm
Listen,
saying. What we're talking about here, man. I'm glad you said that, man. I think that's where I think
let me
that's one of
finish.
the I think that's one of the problems, man. I think that's one of the problems, Troy. I think there's not too many
What?
goddamn men walking around here with their fucking shirts off. You know what I'm saying?
You're not
I mean
helping me,
facetious,
man.
but I mean kind of
I got
serious.
you.
You know what I mean?
I
For
got
real
you.
though. I feel like
Yeah,
I feel like we lost our masculinity because of things like that, though. You know what I mean?
that makes no sense.
I think it was kind of cool. Hold on, Troy. I think it was kind of cool and shit. You know what I'm saying? If you know, like when you know how, for example, all right, we'll say the movies and shit. You know, you see like construction workers whistle at a chick or some shit, right? You know, it's like back in the day, like, that was a real thing. But that was like normal and shit. You know, like man, I thought that was a good society to live in, man. To be honest with you, because I guarantee you, man, 9 times out of 10, unless that girl was in a relationship and wasn't having it or some bullshit, she was digging the little whistles and shit. You know what I'm saying? For sure, you know what I'm saying. But and I think it was good for the man to as well be the one engaged in doing that same shit, the one whistling. You know what I mean? I feel like that right there would have it makes for a good society and shit. You know. Obviously, all respect has to be involved, and that's what I'm assuming. I'm assuming there's all respect involved, you know. But I'm saying, but I feel like that's a problem. And shit, we don't do that shit these days no more. We're afraid to take off our shirts and shit, you know. We're afraid to take off our shirts and shit, man. Not me, goddamn it. I mean, let me take that back. I am, unless I got a couple beers. I mean, I don't even give a fuck about if somebody's gonna take shit the wrong way or not. Honestly, I'm like, fuck it. But if I'm sober and shit, yeah, I take that into consideration how someone's gonna feel about me taking off my shirt. Although I feel more comfortable, you know, like you know, that's what I'm saying. Like it's a societal
Rolling,
thinking, you know societal thinking, baby.
Rolling. Yeah, what are you talking about, man? What in the hell are you talking about?
What?
Yeah,
You didn't? That was gems, man. I just dropped some knowledge. I
you
just dropped
dropped
some
knowledge
gems there,
on taking
Troy.
off your shirt. You didn't see the thumbnail, did you, Roland?
Yeah, I see some shit about like I just seen trans and some shit, transgender, some shit. And then I see some
Yeah, so you
people
didn't
in
see
the
the
chat room talking
thumbnail. What I
about
said.
I see some people in the chat room.
Okay, Roland. What the show's about tonight, Roland, is I believe that the transgender community needs to get their own boxing league and stop trying to intermingle with this league because it's causing issues. That's what the show's supposed to be about tonight. Not no taking off your shirt makes you a better man and all that nonsense that you talking about.
Oh shit! I'm sorry.
I
didn't even know that was a
that's why you
thing and
should
shit.
read
Like
the thumbnail before
I
you
didn't
come
know.
on, Roland.
Well, I mean, but
You
I
should
didn't
read
know
the thumbnail before you
if
come
so.
on.
It's like, is there transgender boxers? Is there some transgender boxers,
I
Troy?
give you an idea. I give you an idea, Roland. You are rolling
Yeah.
right now, but you get the breast, you
Yeah.
get the vagina, and then you change your name to Rhonda. But now you're fighting women. You still have man strength though, right?
Yeah.
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 How is that
That's
fair?
weird. Okay.
How is that fair?
I mean, did they rob that motherfucker of all his testosterone? Because they did that,
No,
then maybe it might
Roland.
be a fair thing.
No,
If that
no,
motherfucker wanted to go
Roland.
down that path to see my language and shit and do all that things to himself to become a
Yeah.
boxer and just do it in the opposite league, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna take away his testosterone and pump him up with estrogen. You know what I'm saying? To get those titties and things
No,
like that of that
Roland.
nature.
He
So
came
if he
in
wants
there.
to do
He
all
came
that,
in
then
there as he came in there as is. He came in there as is, Roland. He had the bottom and the top done, but overall he was still a man.
I mean, yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong and shit, man. Like, you can't. I mean, we're physically as men born stronger and all that, so it ain't no fair competition and shit. But if a person's going under the knife to fucking re-identify himself, then I wouldn't assume
No,
that. I wouldn't
watch
assume
you
he's at
jump
his
up here,
strongest
man.
point. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't mind fighting the motherfucker because I'm like, man, you're not at your strongest point. Clarissa Shield would knock the motherfucker transgender dude out, dog. Come on now, I guarantee you she would. She'd be like, she probably floss that coochie all over it. I mean, I'm just saying, man. Like,
Why
yeah,
would she
I
want
know
to
it's a
fight
thing.
him? Okay, Roland. I don't know what you're
Yeah,
talking about, to be very honest with you. because you're all over the place.
Oh,
So slow down
I
and
know.
try to
Well,
talk.
damn
Yeah,
days.
yeah. Try to talk a little bit more sense, man.
Okay.
Because I don't know what the hell you're talking about. I
All
really
I
don't.
was saying is that Clarissa would have popped that Gucci all over some transgender dude if she would have fucking fought him. She would have knocked him out and then be like, "I told you so." So she probably looked at Bruce Jenner like, "You're a fucking bastard for taking that medal from me." I don't know. I'm just going a little too far. I know, but it's kind of. I feel like, yeah, that's a tricky subject. You know what I'm saying? It's very. I don't know, man. It's a sneaky thing. You know what I mean?
Let me
Talk
see
about
who
it
this is,
honestly,
man.
yeah.
Smoke, what's going on with you? Smoke,
Hey,
you're on
Smoke.
mute.
yeah, chilling. You saw you were live. Figured I'd see what's up.
Yeah.
I think it's a conversation we've had before.
We tried to. Did you see the thumbnail? Yeah, okay, so you saw the thumbnail, but here's the difference, Smoke. I posted this in a lot of I joined a lot of, the LGBTQ groups. So it was a little different this time. And I had a conversation with a couple of those folks over there. Then they said they would jump on. So hopefully we'll get some folks over here that has some knowledge about why I believe they should have their own league. Understand me? Hopefully they'll jump on. This time will be a little different.
So yeah, that's cool. I mean, like on the face of it, it just reminds me of like 100-something years ago when we had to have black and white separate leagues.
There we go.
Like just on the face of it. Yeah, I'm not seeing the issue outside of people's personal ideas about fair play and fairness. Like I don't really see so what?
You said
okay. It seems like a solution in search of a problem.
Okay, back up a few words. You said fairness. You said the word fairness somewhere.
Yeah.
FARE, not FEAR. FARE. How is
no fair? Like as in you have to pay something? No fair.
No, man. Fair as in this is not fair. That's what I said. That is what I said. Now, what I'm saying, Smoke, is that even if you go get your top and bottom done as a man, you get your breasts, you get your vagina, you still walk around with man strength. Yes or no?
Yeah, I don't think that's the way that you would be determining the league. I don't think you'd determine the league by like your sexual characteristics. I think it would be more like
yes, that's exactly.
I think it would
that's
be
exactly
more
what they're doing, Smoke.
I think it would be
That's
more
exactly
of a chemical.
doing.
No, I think it'd be more of a chemical thing. I don't think they're telling you to drop trowel and let's see what you got hanging between your legs. That's not what's happening. I think it's more like I think they check your levels to see like where chemically you are, kind of stuff.
Levels of what, Smoke? Levels of
like
what?
Estrogen and all this stuff. Testosterone, like all that stuff. Like the chemical makeup of men and women.
It doesn't change the fact that you're still a man with man strength and you're fighting a woman.
Well, it does when you don't have that extra thing. Like so, the farther. Okay, so and I'm not a doctor or anything like this, but it seems to be the farther you are into your transition, the less of that whatever gender you're born to, or whatever sex you were born to, you start to lose that sort of thing. So why the reason why they're saying that you should have puberty blockers and all that stuff was because if you decide to transition later on, you won't have actually gone through puberty, and so you won't have that sort of strength, and you won't get an Adam's apple if it's the other way. Like if you were a man and turned into a woman, like you have
the thing,
less of those kinds of characteristics.
That's why I want someone from the community to come in and verify it, because you can't verify anything. I want someone that's actually in the community. I actually want a transgender person that's actually a transgender person to come on.
It's just because you're a trans person doesn't necessarily make you an expert. I mean, because there's a whole bunch of even they have a whole bunch of conflicts about this. It sounds like what you want is like a sports official and a doctor, like the people who are actually.
I want a transgender human being.
Yeah, but I mean,
but hold on, man. Like, hold on. I don't just talk out my ass and shit, man. Like last summer, I worked on a taco truck with a transgender dude and shit, man. We all smoked, got drunk together and shit. I'm saying, like, I talked to the dude about about things.
What does that have to do with anything?
I know some
Roland?
trans people, like in like
No, I'm saying like
it not
has
like
a lot to do
social.
with things, Troy.
I'm just saying, like on
You're
social
talking to a
networks, I've
person hand
also
to
like
hand.
reached out.
You ain't
Both
assuming things off of like comments and things like that. You know what I'm saying?
So
hold
I
on,
you meet a
hold on,
person.
so I've also
hold on,
been
hold on. Yeah.
yeah. So go ahead.
Go ahead, Smoke. Go
I've
ahead.
been in rooms with Discord. They have all these like sort of Discord. So I've had a bunch of conversations with trans people of different generations, right? And what you'll find the more trans people you talk to is that like trans people are not experts. Like it's like saying I'm gonna get an opinion
Not
about
experts of
boxing
what?
by talking to a boxer. An expert on like what a trans experience is, like what a person's strength is going to be if they compete in
Okay,
sports. Like just because you're trans doesn't mean that you understand like physiology like that, or like what it means to be like a sports person or anything like that. Like,
okay, cool. Let me make it simple for me. I mean, for you, they would have more information about what it means to be trans than I do because they
right,
are
but
transgender. Just like I could tell them what it's like to be a black man because I'm a black man. It doesn't mean all black men are like me. It's just that this is how
right,
this black man is.
but
That's
it
all
like
I'm saying, Smoke. That's where you
that's
can't fill in the blanks for me. That's where you
I
cannot fill in the
understand.
blanks for me.
I understand, but the problem that you're going to run into is the same problem when you're the only black person or group of white people, and everything you say about your experience is going to actually be attached to every single black person on earth because they don't know any better, because they don't know anybody else.
They don't know any better. Come on, man. We're talking about adults.
I mean,
What you're
I'm
talking
saying that's what happens. That's
What
why
you're
you're
talking
saying I
about?
want one-on-one.
Yes. But
You're looking
listen,
for an ambassador and a
I
spokesperson for an
I
entire
don't
group of
I
people, and that
I don't.
no such person exists. Is what I'm
You're
saying.
not talking about again, Smoke. I'm talking about me having a conversation with someone one on one. I'm not talking about a group of people and yada
Right,
yada
but you're
yada. I'm
trying to
talking
have a
about me,
conversation
me,
one
me.
on one to describe a
Yeah.
group as if that person is going to help you understand the entire group. All you can understand is that person
I,
at the end of the conversation.
Smoke. That person is going to help me understand transgender based on the fact that they're transgender. I would never judge one. I would never judge an entire group based on one person's life.
But you're literally saying that you are going to do. You say you're going to understand
No, I never
transgender
said
based
that
on
at
them being
all.
transgender, but
I
you're
didn't
not going to
figuratively
understand
say it. I
transgender.
didn't know, Smoke. Nowhere in anything that I said did I say that whatsoever. You
Okay, so
chose to hear what you wanted to hear, but that is not what I said.
you are not going. I'll be very good. I'll be very direct. You're not going to get a accurate understanding of transgender people just by talking to a transgender person.
Well, that's why Smoke. I was hoping that more than one would come on, Smoke.
It's
If
still not.
one comes on, we
Even if
can
you
have a
get 15 of
conversation.
them, even if you get 15 of them, what you will understand
Smoke.
is transgender people are as myriad as any other group of people. No one person is going to represent them. No,
It's
30
not that
30 of them is
difficult,
not going
man.
to
It's
represent
just like
them.
boiling water, Smoke. It's really not that difficult. I know what I want. I know what I want, and you don't. What you're doing is you're telling me what I want, as you usually do, instead of asking me,
No,
Troy,
I'm not
what are
even.
you
I'm
looking
not even
for?
addressing what you want. I'm telling you
No, no,
that
no,
the
no. Again,
methodology
how
that
the
you're
hell do
getting.
you Smoke? How do you address something? I am the one that's hosting the show. You have yet to say. You have yet to say to me, Troy, what is your purpose? What are you really looking for? Have you said those words to me yet?
No. Why should I? Why would I have to?
Would that make more sense?
Why would I
Because
have to? I can understand. I understand
because that
English,
would
so I
make
can hear
sense
what you're
and you would know
saying.
what you're talking about because
I didn't
you
listen.
cannot tell
If
me
I was
about
interested
me
in
if
what
you
you're
don't ask me about me, Smoke.
Troy, I'm not asking you about you. This is something that
No,
you're interested in.
no,
I don't
no,
care that
Smoke.
this is
And
something that
that's
you're
your
interested in.
problem.
I'm just talking about your
That's your
I'm actually
problem,
only
Smoke. You
talking.
keep
I'm
telling me what
literally.
I'm trying to do
I'm
instead
not
of just
talking about what
asking
you're
me
trying to
what I'm
do.
doing.
I'm not telling you what you're trying to do or trying to figure out what you want to do. I haven't even engaged you on this level. If you want me to, I will. But all I'm telling you is what you said to me about having a transgender person on so you can understand transgender people. You're starting off with a flawed premise.
What did I say that was a flawed premise? Go ahead, Smoke.
You're
Because
going to get a better understanding of transgender people by talking to a transgender person.
I'm gonna have more knowledge. If I talk to one person who's transgender, then I can understand something from that individual. If someone else comes on, I'll get more information from that individual and that individual. Again, if you would take the time to humble yourself and ask a question, you would actually find out what the hell I want.
Okay. Again, whatever you want is on
And
you, not on me. I'm not
he's not going
interested
to
in what
answer
you
any
want.
questions.
Like
He's
that's
not
not
going to
even
answer
at
any
all.
questions.
I'm
He's
just
going to
telling
keep
you
running
what
his
you're
mouth.
going to get with your.
Do you want to
Listen, you
leave,
cannot
Troy?
tell me what I'm going to get because no
I
one's coming
can
on here.
because I
No, you
understand how
cannot. No, you
research works,
cannot.
bro.
No, you
I
cannot.
understand how
No, you.
research works, bro. I understand how you
No,
understand why you get to
no, you
group.
cannot.
Hey,
Just
Troy,
everybody hush
ask
for
a
a
question,
second.
Troy.
Go ahead, man. What,
Hey,
Roland?
so you
What?
really want you really want a transgender league?
Yes, I certainly do. I think it's fair. I know who you are,
Okay,
Pigeon.
okay, so that
Go ahead.
all right. So what is that? Okay, so who's transgender fighting though? I haven't even heard of any transgender people, any person who's
You
transgender
haven't?
fighting and shit. You know?
Well,
Oh,
there's a lot of
I'm being
transgender.
serious,
There's a
man.
lot of
South
transgender
Africa.
fighters out there. There's a lot of transgender fighters out there. Smoke. I can't name them. Not Smoke. Roland. I can't
I
name
got
all
you.
of them.
Hey man,
But you can look them up
well, I
though.
mean, if it's a thing, then I
I
guess that's
did
not a
go to the
bad
gay
idea. I
site,
guess, man. You know?
Pigeon. Yes, Pigeon. I did go to the gay sites. I have no problem going to the gay sites and telling them about the show that I'm doing and to come on and speak your mind. I have done that. I have done that. I have no problem with doing that. I'm secure in the man that the good Lord made me, so you can't touch me or anything like that. Go ahead. Why do I keep wanting to call you Pigeon? Go ahead, Roland. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, like, no, because a lot of people talk. I mean, a lot of people say certain things, man. You know, and it's man, I mean, I don't want to get off track and shit. Because you talking about, you know, like pigeon
I,
and shit. You know, like
I'm
all
not a
right. So
lot of
for
people,
example, and
baby.
shit, like pigeon. I bet a pigeon eccentric mind and shit. I bet you he could you know, like he knows people too. I mean, I feel what Smoke's saying, but then I feel what you're saying too, though, Troy. For example, all right, because what Smoke's saying is, you know, like you kind of need you need a few different opinions, right? But then I also definitely see what you're saying, though, you know, because it's like you can kind of get a deeper opinion from the person who's actually that way, you know, and they, you know, and
Exactly.
is that way,
Who else
thinking
has
that way.
more information?
Yeah,
Who else
so
has
I
more
definitely get
information about being transgender
sure.
than a transgender individual?
That's a deep. That's yeah. That's
Okay,
Right?
definitely
I don't
right.
know.
most
I don't
important.
know anything
The most
about their
important
lifestyle.
Right. I
perspective.
mean, I
Go ahead.
understand. I think that what
Hold on a
again,
second.
you
Go
run the
ahead.
risk. You run the risk of conflating an individual's experience with the group experience. That's all I'm saying. An individual can have any number of
Yeah,
experience.
well,
Like if you come back to me, like me, my experience as a black person probably is very different than your experience as a black
You like to
person.
take the rough
But
side of the mountain on every conversation, don't
being
you?
black. But if somebody never,
You like to take the rough
if
side of the
somebody
mountain on
does,
every conversation, don't you?
no, I'm just
I'm
trying to
going.
tell, bro.
Yeah, you do.
Like
Yeah, you do.
here's really what
You
it
like
is,
to take the rough
Troy.
side of the mountain.
It's not even that. It's like when it comes down to these sociological kind of experiments, the
These
controls
are,
have been set
this
for like
is
100
not an
years.
experiment.
Like you
This is
understand,
not an experiment.
it is though. Like you're saying, I
No,
want
it's
to.
not. There you
Okay,
go again, telling me what is and what
you don't
isn't.
even know what an
This is
experiment
not
means.
an
You don't know what an
experiment.
experiment means. You don't
Yeah,
even know what I mean by that. If you ask me, hey
no.
Smoke,
I've only
no,
worked in
what do you
Rome.
mean
it's
by the
more of a
word experiment?
discussion, though. It's more of a
Hey,
I've only
discussion,
worked
though.
in Rome
Troy,
So
for 50 plus
did you ask
years.
me what I meant by the
I
word
feel what you're
experiment?
I don't.
So before you
First and
went and said
foremost,
that's not an
Smoke, I'm not
experiment,
asking you a damn thing until you
correct?
ask
Because
me
you
a
don't have to.
question.
And I'm telling you, you don't
Did,
understand that what
did
you're
you
doing
ask
is
me a
an
question?
experiment.
Jimmy, hush up for a second. Show me your picture, Jimmy. Show me a picture of you, man. This way I don't get any dick pics or any other things that are inappropriate that I don't want to deal with. You understand what I'm saying? You have yet to ask me a question as to what is my purpose. So why am I going to ask you any questions?
Because
See?
you said your purpose wasn't hard to understand. You said you're going to have a
No.
transgender person out here so you
What
can
is my
understand
purpose,
transgender
Smoke?
people. What's
What is my
confusing about
purpose,
that
Smoke?
purpose? Why would I ask you
What
questions about that?
I don't know the purpose.
It's
what is
very
my purpose?
straightforward what you said your purpose
Smoke.
was.
Smoke.
What
What is
question
my
do I
purpose?
need from that? Like I'm not a stroke victim. I'm not
What is
stupid.
my
I
purpose,
understand
Smoke?
to understand trans people better.
Smoke, take a guess, damn it.
Well, yes and no, Smoke. That's only a
Like you
fraction
said,
of
you
it.
asked me what your purpose was to understand
That's only a
transgender
fraction
people.
of it. That's a fraction of it.
Well, that's
See,
what you
there you
said. I'm
go.
only going off what you said.
You're
If you want
showing
to talk
you're
about the
showing
rest
the
of it,
very
go with the
extent
rest of
of
it.
your arrogance.
Well, how's it my
You're
act,
showing the
bro?
extent of your
Listen, don't blame
yes,
don't
Smoke.
blame your lack of communication on my
No.
arrogance. This is what you said. I'm
How
going
can I
by what you
hold on
said.
a second, Roland?
If you want to
Hold
add
on a
more to it,
second,
add
Roland.
more to it.
Hold on a
What the
second.
hell?
How do you communicate with someone who doesn't ask you any
By
questions?
using your words. By using
How
your
do
words.
you communicate with someone who doesn't ask you any questions They just make these bold assumptions about you, and they assume that is right.
What's bold about saying, hey, Troy says he wants to get a transgender person on here so he can understand transgender people.
That is not what I said.
How is it bold? How's that a
Did you
bold
hear me?
assumption to say
Did you
that
hear me say
Troy
that?
wants to understand
Did
transgender people
you
better?
hear me say that?
Yes, I did. Did you hear yourself say that?
When did you hear
Did
me
I put
say
it?
that?
Did I write it in my diary with a timestamp on
Yes,
this stream?
Jimmy
On
from
this stream, you said it
the
more than one
Styles
time.
podcast. We've been
On
on
this stream more
Black
than
and
one
Brown
time.
too. That's all cool. Hold on a second, Punch. Listen, Jimmy, that's all cool, man. But you still gotta show me a picture because I've had people come on here and say that they diss that. Major Key, man. You know who's this guy Jimmy from the Styles podcast? You know who he is? Anyway,
as London
Jimmy,
Jimmy, as
all you
London
gotta do
Jimmy
is just
shit,
show me.
for me,
All you gotta do is just show me show me your face, Jimmy, and we're good, and I can put you on the panel. All right.
hey, does he got an accent? Hey,
I
does he got an
understand you
accent,
might be
Troy?
from these styles. Listen to me, man. Hold on a second. I understand you might be from a podcast I know, but that doesn't prove anything to me. It doesn't prove anything to me at all. I don't want to deal with no foolishness tonight, except for the foolishness who's trying to tell me what I'm saying and what I'm not saying, which is Smoke, who comes
Okay.
in,
Hey, Troy. Hey,
comes in with
Troy.
his
I guess you
nonsense
want me to
all the
ask you
time.
questions about like the very simple declarative statements that you make. Okay. So if your goal is not to understand transgender people better, then what is your purpose for you inviting a transgender person on?
I did first of all, there you go being wrong again. Didn't invite any transgender people on Smoke. I said I went to the groups and I joined the groups. I never once said I invited a transgender person on.
You
Again,
said that several. Okay.
No. See, you said nope. There you go. There you
Okay.
go.
So how are they going to show up? Okay. So what makes you think a transgender person is going to show up then if you never invited them?
Listen, I have this thing called groups.
You want me to ask you questions? I'm asking questions.
I posted my link to this very show in all those groups, Smoke. That's the only question.
And you think that that's not an invite?
And I spoke
in your mind, that's not an invite.
I spoke to. That is my way of saying, come on and view the show.
Okay, so view the show, not come onto the show. You don't want to speak to them. You just want them to come in and see that it happened.
And now the escalator stops and you have to walk.
Okay, all right. Listen, I'm trying to figure out. Right? You want me to ask you questions, right? You want me to ask you questions about your declarative statements. This is not an invite for you. You just posted the show,
brother.
But you don't want them to, but you just posted the show in this group is not an invite to the show in your mind. That's what you're telling me.
Got L.
Okay, cool.
You know what?
Listen, dude. I
Hey,
don't have
we
time
have a guest.
to go to.
We have a guest.
Whatever.
How you doing, Tony Boswell?
Good, brother Troy. Troy, my question is, what are you trying to find out, brother? Are you trying to see why they want to box, or is it why they want to do it? Is that what you're trying to figure out?
I'm trying to find out why they believe it would be fair in intermingling like this instead of just starting their own league where everybody's on the same level. Because obviously, if you're a transgender man and you're fighting a woman, how in the world can that be fair?
It's not. It's not fair. But Troy, listen, the reason why they're doing it is because they want equality. They want the same rights as, say, a man has a sex change. He wants to become a woman. Okay, but it's all about rights. They think they have the right if they have a sex change, even if they're a man of 25 or 30 years, that if they have a sex change, they have the right to climb in the ring with a woman because they identify as a woman. Just like if a woman wants to be a man, you're not going to.
Tony, no, hold on a second. Wouldn't it also be fair if you start your own league and you're looking across the ring at another No, let me finish. That you're looking at another transgender individual like that. How is it not fair? How is it not even? How is that not fair if you're looking at someone who comes from the same background as you and now everybody's on the same playing ground? How is that not fair?
It is fair, Troy, and I agree with what you're saying, brother. But what I'm saying is, no matter what you say, and I'm not meaning to say these people, But you're correct. A trans should fight a trans. But what they are doing is when you do that, Troy, you're saying you're a different person. You're not a man nor a woman. You're a trans. But that trans is trying to be a man or a woman, see? And they want to be
No,
called a woman, thought of as a woman. It's
no, no,
crazy.
no. Even they still call themselves trans. So how
But they
I'm completely
identify,
lost.
Troy, they
Right,
identify as women.
right,
It's wrong,
right,
So
right. You know, you could identify as as a woman also fighting someone up. That's a that's another transgender person that looks, that comes from the same a similar background as yourself, right?
but see, exactly. And Troy, everything you say, I agree with, brother. But when you, just like Smoke said, it's about identifying as a woman. If they got breasts and they still got a pole, they still think that they're women. So they're if they get in the ring with a man, they're still considered as a man. They're not
Let me
considered
ask
as
you
a
this.
woman.
Let me ask you this, Tony. Right
Right?
now, let's say it's a woman, and she gets her top done, takes the breast off, and gets the bottom done, and now and now she wants to campaign and say, well, I can't play in the female football league anymore. I want to play in the male football league. You really think that's going to happen?
The way things are going now, Troy, yes, I do believe it can happen
Good.
because,
Okay.
like I said, it's if it's passed by the Supreme Court, just like Smoke said, there's nothing you can do. They gave them equal rights
And
as a woman.
nothing Smoke says is right to me. But let me introduce Jimmy here. Jimmy from D Styles, man. How you doing? Go ahead and speak your
No,
piece there,
no,
Jimmy.
no. I was just saying that you were asking me who I was, and we were on D-Styles podcast. Usually I'm on H Money's platform, but I've been on
Okay,
Major
yeah.
Keys, Black and Brown. Smoke knows me. He's
Batman
like a
from last night.
he's kind of
The
like my
Batman from the other night. Right. Okay, you
yeah.
Batman from the
Smoke
other
is
night.
he's almost like a long like a grandfather figure to me.
I was just
Smoke,
being
yeah.
careful, man. Because the last time I did that, I popped somebody on and he put some dick pics and a whole bunch of other foolishness I didn't want to deal with.
Yeah, man, you gotta be careful. So what were
Yeah.
you and Smoke arguing about? Is it letting the
I,
trannies into
I,
boxing?
no. I wasn't arguing. My whole purpose for tonight is that I believe that the LGBTQT whatever should start their own league and not try to intermingle with straight boxers over here because to
Can I be
me
honest, bro?
no, no,
I
no,
have a
no.
very controversial
Let
view.
me finish my statement. You asked me a question. I'm gonna finish the
Yeah,
statement
yeah.
because if you're a man dressing up as a woman, even if you got the breast and you got the vagina, you still a man. It don't
Yeah, yeah.
change
No,
nothing. You still have man strength. How the hell is that fair?
it's not fair. This is like a fucking abomination, man. This shit is disgusting, man.
Now,
Letting, fucking
Smoke, if you want
men
to come back
in the
in
ring
here,
with these little girls. Think about it, the average female fighter is about what, 5'3". She's probably at what, 100 pounds, soaking wet.
no. Average female
You want
fighter
to
is not 5'3", but go ahead.
okay, 5'2". I'm talking about the average woman, and she's about what, 5 foot maybe sometimes.
Hey, I'm
Get in
all
the ring.
for it, man. I just thought about this
Not in
shit.
my
I'm all
family.
for it, y'all. I'm gonna let Jimmy get cooked, Jimmy.
Not in my
Bro,
family, but no.
bro,
Okay, well, go ahead, Smoke. Go ahead, Smoke, and jump
I'll be
in because
honest,
it seems like you
I'm
two will
not.
have a good
I don't
conversation.
support this, bro. Can I be honest? I don't
Mhm.
support this. Like, this shit is an abomination. Letting men beat down on women. This shit is fucking crazy, man.
Right. So,
Hey, give me a second when you guys want to. I'm about to fucking blow some brains back. Like,
yeah. So,
Nah,
like if I were to
I
take the
would get on
religious part
camera
of
and
it,
do
right,
that.
like a abomination sounds like a religious judgment about how human beings should be, right? So if we're just talking about fairness and competition, like what you should
Yeah.
probably do is figure out whether or not there actually is an unfair advantage, not just go intuitively. If you're a man, you're stronger. If you're a woman, then you're strong. Like they've actually
Well,
looking at they're actually doing studies. You can see whether like I can link them to you in the chat, so you don't have to necessarily put the onus on a trans person to know this sort of stuff. But you like
No, but Smoke,
they
a
should
man can
Put
actually
them in the
be
chat,
grown
Smoke.
stronger than a woman.
let me finish.
Put them in the chat, Smoke.
Yeah, and a year between a year after transitioning, you can do like a trans person can do like 31% more push-ups than a cisgender person, right? But then 2 years, that number goes down to like 12%. Then 3 years, it goes down to 9%. So what the data is showing is that the longer you have been transitioning, the less of that advantage you have, right? So like it's not just it's not a one-to-one thing. If we're just talking about fairness, if you're talking about your religious beliefs, I'm not even here to discuss. Like I'm not going to argue.
No, it's not about that. No, it's not about that, Smoke. It's not about that. It's not even about that, bro. At the end of the day, this is
let me finish my
2022. You can live however you want.
And tell me what it's not.
A man has naturally more muscle mass.
Listen, a
man has more natural muscle mass than a woman.
Listen, my point is
he has denser bones.
Your understanding of what my point
is. He has a denser skeleton. These are scientific facts, right?
Again.
Listen, Smoke, you're not the only one that's read scientific articles, right?
I've done research, bro. Scream about some stuff. Let me finish my point.
Listen, muscle mass, bone density, testosterone production.
Like I was saying, if it's a religious thing, I wouldn't even argue because everybody's beliefs are different. If you feel like men should be men and women should be women, and there's all those assigned roles, and that we shouldn't switch those things up, fine. That is your belief, and you're welcome to it. I respect it and all. I wouldn't argue what your belief is. That is what your thing is. But if you want to start arguing facts about bone density and all that stuff, what you'll find is all of those physical changes, they actually are in when they say transition. The transition doesn't just happen at the point of surgery. There's also a chemical process, and then over time, your body starts to actually change.
Can I say something now? My turn. My fucking turn. I want to say something. All right, look. What I was trying to say earlier about working on that taco truck, right, with that transgender dude and shit. Cool ass dude, right? But he when we picked up the dude, the girl was like, hey, she like, just let you know and shit, you know what I'm saying? She likes a transgender guy and shit. I don't make you feel uncomfortable and shit, you know. I was like, I don't care and shit. It's all good. But I'm just saying that she was like, I'm just saying it's like. So yeah, the dude came out and shit, you know what I'm saying, was like, thought he was a girl, you know what I mean? For real, like seriously, talk like a girl, look like a girl, everything, you know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, okay, so I was like, damn, she wasn't bullshit, that's why she said it. I can see someone, and I was high as fuck. See my I can see why she said it. Some people would be like, what the fuck? No, but I'm saying though, like, that's what's up though. Like,
slow down, Roland, because I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Slow down.
My bad.
I don't know what you're saying.
But it's okay. So you all right, I got you. I'll slow down for you, and only for you because I love you. All right, no, but all right. So like you get, it's just a regular person, man. You get to work with the person and things like that. You get to talk to the person, and you realize it's like, dang, it's like I mean, if you want to talk about, if we want to get away from boxing for a minute and just talk about the person, the person is just a person who's thinking a certain way. That's all it is. So I'm saying like, from what the Kuma, I forgot his name. But from what he told me and shit, I remember the girl's name, which was the girl personality, which is Queen. Who fucking forget Queen? But I think Israel was a dude's name and shit. You know what I mean? But no. So for what like he was just kind of like he took on like a character, a mindset like of a woman would. It was simple as that. And then he really wanted to get into that. You know what I'm saying? And just. Like just feel what it feels and shit like that. And you can go on why and so many like why do I'm telling you like it's you can really break all that shit down and shit, But as far as boxing though, I'm saying as far as boxing, my thing was this. Everybody, it was the transgender queen and shit. It was Heather and shit, and it was a lesbian chick, my Brenda and shit, little big chick, cool as shit. Okay, so I was the only dude. Technically, right? I mean, well, no, technically you're two dudes, but to their, I was only dude. So, but yeah, so there's things where Queen wouldn't go lift, and she was like, oh no, she was like, oh, it's too heavy because she thought she was a girl, I mean, the dude was in the mindset of a girl, so so not only did. So it's not. It didn't really matter so much as to the physiological at that point anymore. It was all mental. You know what I mean? And just like everybody knows, you go into a fight thinking you're gonna lose, you're gonna fucking lose. So if you're gonna go and can't pick up a box of potatoes because you know what I'm saying, you think you can't pick up a box of potatoes because that's part of your your gender or something, then you are at a disadvantage. So my thing is this: boxing would be the best sport out of all of the motherfucking sports to really test. All right, you think you can do what you do? Then 135, 140, not that big of a difference. Even if you're a fucking dude who got your dick chopped, you gotta have your dick chopped off. That's my language. You gotta it's part of the deal. You cannot be no dude with no fucking the Jimmy Johns and the goddamn fucking, you know what I'm saying, deep fried eggs. You cannot be that trying to fight. Then these motherfuckers stupid. You know, but if they really want to start a transgender league, then yeah, the dude has to get his shit chopped off, and then at 135, 140, yes, stay between that range, and he has to fight Amanda Serrano. And then I don't give a fuck. You know, okay. Go ahead and do it, dog. And you can beat her. Then what the fuck? You're a fucking weirdo. You must be really into your craft or something. You got your shit off for it.
Listen, a man naturally always has more muscle mass, bone density than a woman. You know, he produces more testosterone, his natural strength and size. You know, and I'm just talking about the overall skeleton, like bigger hands, feet, skull, more muscle mass. More natural strength, greater endurance than a female. That's just basic nature, you know. And look, if someone wants to, you know, chop their bollocks off and put on a pink dress and shoot their ass full of pheromones, you know, hormones, whatever, hey man, that's their business, man. But at the end of the day, bro,
when you see a woman that's bigger than you and stronger than you, do you feel like less of a man?
I haven't seen one yet.
Okay.
Listen, a woman can never listen. Average woman.
Are you talking about averages? Like every single man is not bigger and stronger than every single woman, right? You understand that part? You understand that, right?
Listen.
So
listen, the average man, right? The majority. Okay, smoke. There's 99% of the time, a man will be bigger and stronger than a woman. 99% of the time, smoke, right?
Okay. That's not even partially true, because I can say here's really what it is. And
okay, Smoke. I work in the office with about 20 women.
What you're saying?
Listen, Smoke. I work in the office with 20 girls, right?
What you're saying is not true, regardless of where you work.
Smoke. Okay, listen. I work in the office with 20 girls, right?
Personal anecdote does not.
No, but Smoke. I'm giving you an example.
What you're saying is not
in my neighborhood, yeah. Listen, in my neighborhood,
how you're incorrect.
Okay, listen, Smoke. When I went to college, yeah. My college had more women than men. There wasn't a woman. There wasn't a girl in college that was bigger than me.
You gotta lay pigeon on soon.
Smoke, I'm giving you examples about me in college, me at work.
An example. I'm telling you,
in the gym.
What you said isn't true, and I can just prove it demonstrably without your example.
Smoke. I went to the gym. Listen, Smoke. I went to the gym to work out yesterday. There wasn't.
Yeah. Anyway, like if you're talking about averages, the average man may be stronger than the average woman. That does not mean to say that every man is stronger than every woman. That's first. That's the problem with these group. That's the problem with these group averages, like kind of ideas that you're putting out here. First off, every man and every woman aren't even competing. Not every man and every woman are even athletes.
All right, man.
So you have to keep going down these levels, right? And then now, like, it's about whether or not these people should compete. Specific groups of people, not just a person who's gone through an operation. You also have to see how far away that they were from their initial transition. Because the farther away from that point is, they start to lose the physical characteristics of the gender they're born into.
Show I wanted to have, you know that? What's up, Major Key? Let me say this, just if y'all could just go on mute for me real quick. This is not the show I wanted to have thicker bone density and all the other nonsense that seems to be talking about. I wanted to have an actual back and forth with the LGBTQ whatever community and go from there, and they can find out why I feel the way I feel. I can find out why they feel the way they feel, and the conversation can move from there. Not this conversation with a bunch of straight men who are trying to convince each other that this is wrong and that's right. Go ahead.
No, Troy, that wasn't my point, though. My point was the reason why I find it wrong is I feel like, you know, the majority
that
of the
was
time,
my point. What I'm trying to tell you is that was my point of the whole show.
Yep. Yeah, my point is, look, like, just based off me, look, when I go to the gym to work out, when I go to work, when I was in college, when I'm out and about with my friends, that it's not a female that's naturally bigger or stronger than me within my age range, right? Or even outside my age range, I'm older. You know, I got, you know, female cousins, aunties. Like, come on, man. Now, even in the general consensus, right? Man, 99% of the time will be physically bigger, stronger than a woman. More natural muscle mass, denser bones, more testosterone. I mean, a man, just even to caveman times, the man is always, stronger than the woman. And like, you can find maybe, scarce examples where a woman is
Hold on a second
into
for me,
bodybuilding.
Jimmy. Bruce, why don't you up here? Because you're such an expert interest too. My brother's ex-wife could do 250. You said 225. She can do 250.
You're breaking up. I just don't think the floodgates should be.
Hey, honestly, hold on. Hey, Jimmy, I love where Jimmy's going to though, man. You're talking about deep ass ancient shit, Let me quickly like try to like add to that too. Fucking yeah, man. Honestly, man, like yeah, there's many like from my experiences, man. In my family, my social economic circle type of shit. There's like 3-4 relationships where the girl is bigger than the dude, straight up. My sister and my flat out sister and her and he's like my brother and shit, you know what I'm saying? They've been together for fucking 20 plus years. She's bigger than him. I'm talking about like she ain't like bigger, like she like he's like skinny as hell, you know what I'm saying? And she's, you know what I'm saying, she's got a little more, like fucking muscle to her kind of, you know what I'm saying? She ain't like no dude or like that. My cousin Nana, she like fucking is funny as hell. My boy Coleon, Dylan, you know, they got kids together too and shit. Fuck, he be hugging her and she like fucking like a foot bigger than her and shit. I'm saying, like, I see a lot of bigger ass females, man, like a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I mean, that's what I'm trying to say. I'm not.
You're talking about fat girls,
boxing. They got the fucking weight class.
But you're talking about fat girls, though. You're not talking about
like literally all you guys are talking about is the way that
it's gonna bring mad motherfucking attention.
So you guys are talking about you're talking about bitches. So what you're talking about, what you're talking about is the way that a society organizes itself. Because if you have men and women doing the same jobs, what you'll find that gap is completely different. And you can look at societies that have it. The Dohemi, where they had their warrior women, they fought better than the men, they were stronger than the men, in some cases bigger than the men. But even if you're talking about human beings, if you take like a Chinese man or like a Vietnamese man and compare that to a Swedish woman, what you'll find is most of those Asian men will be much smaller than the Swedish people, right? Like I think no, it is true. Like it's functional.
I live in Europe.
This is demonstrably so now what you're saying is you'd have to find a Swedish man to be bigger than the Swedish woman. And that's my point to you.
Most Swedish men are bigger than fucking
average.
Asian.
You can
smoke. If you open the floodgates, there's an
average about the difference between men and women. But when it comes to individuals, that average goes out the window because you can find very small men and very big women.
But the man
might have been a woman. Fuck.
No, he will not.
It sounds like all of you really like big women, but you're trying to lie.
I will not be able to join the women. I can't make the Olympics as a women's weightlifter.
That's what it is.
Not
you know
because
what?
I'm not a woman, but because I can't lift 500 pounds. I
No,
can't lift
listen.
500 pounds. Those
You're
women are
talking
literally
about
stronger than I am. They're bigger than I am and stronger than I am.
Yeah, but come on, 0.1%. Okay, 0.1%.
0.1% of them
not
are
what I want us to
athletes.
do. Hold on, hey, Smoke.
Man,
Everybody,
Serrano
hold
will
on.
beat up most dudes.
Hold on a second, Roland. Hold on. Go ahead, Major, because you just joined and you didn't say nothing. So go ahead. Major Key. All right. Major ain't saying nothing.
Hey, man, Serrano will beat the shit out of most dudes, man, that I know.
Okay, that's all nice, Roland. What were you saying, Jimmy, in fewer words than Smoke?
Listen, I was saying this, he's given an example of like maybe 0.5%. Right? Okay, there's women out there in the elite Olympics that can lift more than the average man. Yeah, but bro, that's literally 0.5% of the population in a very rare example, right? He's saying that let's open the fucking floodgates up where men and women can compete physically. It is not the same.
Okay, so first off, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that your blanket, bigoted, and prejudiced view.
Oh, look at that, Smoke.
Men and women.
He's actually telling you what you're saying, and you don't like it.
No, I'm telling you. I mean,
he's telling you.
You.
He's telling you what you're saying.
No, he's incorrect with what he's saying Because what
Yeah,
I'm saying to you is
he's going
what
to
I'm
be
saying to you
incorrect because he didn't ask you a question.
no. First off, he's misapplied my example to the average person. What I'm saying to you first, I said,
Can the world's strongest man lift more than the world's strongest woman?
Excellent. And the world's strongest man is stronger than everybody else on Earth. Correct?
Okay,
So
is he stronger than a woman?
this person?
There you go. There's your question.
Why are we referencing this person, right? So that person is like 1 in 7 billion. Correct? So it's
the same across the board.
Again, so then it goes to the point that I'm making. An individual circumstance has nothing to do with the group because the weakest man on earth cannot actually compete with that guy. But the weakest man on earth may not even be able to compete with an average strength woman. That's what I'm trying to explain to you about averages and individuals. Just because you're a man, it does not mean that the weakest man is not stronger than an average strength woman.
Okay. Who'd win in a boxing match, Clarissa Shields or Jamal Charlo?
Okay, so again, now you're talking about two high-level people. Clarissa Shields, who can probably beat anybody in their weight class, correct? And Jamal
Charlo got his dick chopped off, dog. It might be Clarissa,
right? So now the question becomes: can Clarissa Shields beat you?
For real though,
I'm not.
It's a big thing, you guys.
Right,
I know you guys keep brushing over that shit though. You guys, why do you guys keep brushing over that shit? That's
yeah, but
real big thing.
They're not competing against the public though, Smoke.
That is
correct.
Athlete versus athlete.
Correct. They're competing against themselves. Correct. You got it. They're competing in their thing. So how long they've been? And they've been competing for years, and they're not breaking any records. They're not even winning that often.
Jump on the panel. Hold on a second, guys. Jump on the panel real quick, Kevin. There goes the link, Kevin. Just go ahead and press the link and jump on the panel.
Hey, you gonna let Pigeon on, man? Pigeon, I'm telling you, Pigeon said some shit earlier. I wonder if he was being real.
I already spoke to Pigeon.
Transgender himself.
I already
I don't know.
Pigeon's a drag queen. Pigeon's a drag queen. We had a conversation already.
Well, that's still a good perspective, though. That's still a good perspective.
Yeah, let him on. Troy, let him on. He's a drag queen, so he knows about this stuff.
Hell yeah, exactly. That's a great perspective.
He's not going to help me. None of y'all helping me, really. Y'all just talking about your own opinions.
Fucking transgender.
To be very honest with you.
Yes, and the trans person talking about their opinions means what?
What'd you say, Smoke?
And a trans person coming on talking about their opinion is like, you have more weight? Why? Just because they're trans?
Transgender can tell me what it's like to actually be a trans. What it's like to be a transgender. You cannot.
For every trans person, they can talk about their experience.
Did you hear me use the word ever? Did you? I said a transgender person is coming on to tell me what it's like to be a transgender. I never said I'm going to judge. I've never said I was going to judge that individual.
Come on, baby.
I mean, all of the
transgender people. Find out what it's like for them to be trans. You're not going to find out what it's like to be trans. You're going to find out what it's like for them to be trans.
That's your understanding.
That's all you're
going to get. You want it to be.
That's all you can get.
That's actually the way you want it to be.
No, that's literally all you can get from it.
No, that's not. What you can get is a better understanding of the individual. That's what you can get, a better understanding of the individual.
That individual,
and a better
correct.
understanding
not the group itself. Just the individual.
No, not the group itself. That individual. We had this conversation already.
Great.
And the foolishness didn't work with me.
Hey, Troy, so can I ask you a question, Troy? So, Troy, can I ask you a question? Hold on.
Find out what it's like for them to be trans.
Hold on, Smoke. So, would a drag queen person, Troy? Hey, Troy, would a drag queen person have to be like, okay, I'm gonna have to go through a surgery?
I don't know anything about being a drag queen, Roland. Don't know anything about being a drag queen.
It's the same thing, though. I think it's the same thing. It's the same thing.
Troy, Pigeon's gonna convert to a woman soon, so you could have him on. He'll talk about why he wants to become a woman.
It's not.
No. He said he's gonna become a woman soon.
Like a drag queen is a first step to transition, man. Like we'd want to talk to somebody like that. Are you being serious now? Come on now.
Yeah, like come on.
Like
I already had the conversation.
I worked in a taco truck. Close distance to a transgender person, dog.
Rolling.
Okay.
Rolling. I already had the conversation with Pigeon.
Yes.
He said he couldn't help me, which is why I don't feel like having to back up here again. He said he couldn't help me. Thank you.
Well, he said, yeah.
I don't know, Troy. You're not being a good sport, are you, Troy? Like, just let just let him on in it. Let him.
No, if he wants to get on right now, let him on, man. Let him join and shit, man. Because
You're not
let
listening
him
to me
roast
at
for
all,
about
man.
20 minutes.
You just want what
Man,
you want, and
come
it's
on now,
something that I
baby.
want.
I want to hear some shit. And I want, cause I got some questions for Pigeon,
Troy, if
man.
he puts on the dress,
You know what I mean?
Troy,
I
if
can
he
talk.
puts on the dress, can he come on? Troy, if he puts on the dress, can he come on?
Come on, baby. I got some
Why would I
questions.
care if he puts on a dress, Jimmy? Why?
No, because I mean, he'll be
Why would I
Because he
care,
might be
Jimmy,
asking
man?
for.
Why would I care?
no,
Why
because
would I
he'll be a
care?
part of the LGBT.
Because,
No, because he'll be a part of the community, innit?
yeah, man. And he might be wanting to talk to somebody about this shit, man. Maybe he don't want to. I mean, maybe he
Right.
don't want to dress.
It's
up
like
and dress
it's
up.
like asking
maybe
Jimmy
he's
his
curious about it.
opinion
You know
on-
what I'm saying?
It's like asking Jimmy
What the fuck,
his opinions
baby?
on boxing because he's a
Come
member of YTBC. Just because you're a member of YTBC doesn't mean he knows fuck shit about boxing outside of the stuff he knows about boxing. That's it. You're not gonna get a better idea about what boxing is talking to a member of the YTBC. Like,
I'm not, I remember the
I see what
YTBC.
you're saying,
Maybe.
Smoke, but I mean, like I
you
said, I
literally
see
just
what
came
Troy's
on here and
saying
started
too,
running
though,
down
man.
how you're a member of the YTBC. Yeah, is it MOB on your fucking part of your profile picture? Like, get out of here, man. Like, the whole point is, if you're looking
No,
for
but that's not
opinions,
YTBC,
everybody got
though.
a
That's
fucking
MOB.
opinion. Everyone has an
That's
opinion. If you're
MOB,
looking to actually understand the community, you're not going to get it from the opinions of the individuals in the community, unless you're going to talk to like millions of people.
But I feel like
honestly, I think Troy
the
knows
Pigeon's
that.
a woman
Troy
half the
knows
time.
that. He was just trying to concede to that point. But Troy knows that. Of course, you can't just take one opinion from somebody who wants to
No, but
represent
Smoke,
everybody.
Pigeon,
That just doesn't make any
he's
fucking sense.
admitted he's
Troy
got a
knows
woman
that.
inside
I'm
of
saying
him.
like, but we're just. Yeah, we're
A
talking about like
woman
we know
inside
somebody
of
who
me?
actually
No, I
like
don't have a woman inside of me.
dresses drag and shit, blah
Yeah.
blah. Like hell yeah, like you better fucking come out in the open with it, because honestly, like I said, like I feel like we're the most diverse group as far as like most accepted, most all that shit, man. You know, like for real, I don't think I told my homeboys about working on a taco truck in a little ass space next to a transgender dude, and they were like, they couldn't do it. They're like, man, fuck that, I'd quit within a couple hours. I'm just saying, man. Yeah, motherfucker, it was a regular ass motherfucker, man. Come on now, smoked and everything. Motherfucker, just come on now. It was a little strange when I had to go pick up some fucking supplies from Gordon's Foods and shit. And they thought this motherfucker was my girl and shit. I'm like, fuck, I had to drive and shit, but I didn't give a fuck. I just sparked one up and was like, fuck, play some music and shit. No, I'm saying though, like, so it's like, come on,
Smoke,
man.
you have a cross dress.
Come on, baby, you gotta be confident who the fuck you are. You know, fuck that shit.
Smoke, what are your thoughts on Pigeon's cross dressing?
On his cross dressing,
some people go down that fucking road, man.
Like, I don't get like whatever makes him happy.
Some people,
yeah, are you into that shit?
Some people go down that road.
Why would I be into what makes him happy? I don't know the guy.
Right. I ain't saying I'm not against it. I'm not condoning it. It's whatever the fuck. It's just their road. You know, they happen to go down that road. You know what I mean?
I talk to this dude on panels. Like, he's not. I'm about negative and positive freedom. As long as what you're doing is not negatively impacting somebody else's ability to be happy and all that to do what they need to do. What do I care? Like, what Phil's? If he wants to put on women's clothes, how does that negatively impact anybody?
Right. Yes, sir. Hey, you know what? Shit, I remember when I was a kid and shit, my bitch ass sisters, man, my two cousins. Because I mean, like I said, I told Mad Chad and shit. Right, I was on a live, you know, a couple weeks ago, a while ago, and I was like, man, I was raised with nothing but females. Like my two sisters, my two cousins, my two aunts, my mom, my dad was at work all the time, so that was for real. So who the fuck was I with? Nothing but females. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it was cool and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like So they fucked with me though, man. Before I, like when that was my first few years, like couple years, like 4 or 5 or some shit. They try to dress you up in women's clothes and shit, girls' clothes, with little kids' clothes. So fuck it, man. Maybe Pigeon never had that happen to him at a young age. Maybe it just happened as an older age.
I think
man. For sure.
Listen, the truth is,
I don't understand like why whatever it is I like, why does everybody have to do it? Like if I'm into women, right? You know. And I, you know, have kids and all that shit. Like, why does everybody have to do that?
What do you mean?
Okay. Basically, what happened to Pigeon was his father molested him as a child. He used to make him put on the dress and he used to fuck him up the ass, and then that's what caused Pigeon to, you know.
Okay, I mean, still, even if that is the root cause, how is it wrong for him to do it? Like everything that happened to him was really messed up. How is it now wrong if that happened?
No.
To him?
If that was the root cause, it'd be wrong for him to do it.
Why is it wrong? Why is now what he does to
Smoke?
cope with
I'd have to disagree. I'd have to
finish.
disagree. If the root cause for fucking
let me finish. You didn't hear the question.
If the root cause if the root cause for Pigeon putting on a dress was again like, then it's not a good thing, man. He needs to get over that. I mean, I didn't understand. But
the point is,
listen.
I'm saying like that. No, I'm saying smoke. You said
I'm still talking. I'm trying to shut y'all the hell up. I shut all of you up myself. I don't want to deal with Pigeon's issues right now. I don't. That's not why I made the post. I mean, that's not why I made the whole show. I don't want to deal with his issues. I don't want to hear about it. If that's true,
but I'm just, is this Jimmy like?
If that's true and that really happened, I wish him the very best. But that was not my purpose tonight. All right, I'm not here to do therapy. I'm not here to do therapy. I was here to get information, and I'm not getting any information.
Troy, what you're hearing is that most people think, like what Jimbo is, what he just expressed, is that most people think that these people are deviants, and they're deviants because they've had some kind of deviant sexual behavior happen to them when they were kids. That's why they're expressing it as adults.
But yeah, and what you don't understand, Smoke, is that's not where I am tonight. I was really looking for some information. I didn't get it. I got a bunch, which is why I let y'all talk. I let y'all talk, and the show went the way it went. This is not what I was looking for, man. I was looking for something else because I thought I could get some information tonight, and it seems like this conversation is not to be had by me. So I was waiting for let me reach out to somebody here and see if he's going to come on. If he comes on, then I'm interested in hearing his story.
Pigeon?
Because he's a professional. Well, he's a former champion boxer and all that. So I'm interested in hearing his thoughts. I don't want to hear about Pigeon and his childhood. Nothing. I'm sorry that happened to you if it's true, but I don't want to hear about it.
Yeah, that's true.
Don't want to hear about it.
Yeah, it's fair enough. Right. I just thought I'd let you guys know that.
Oh, okay. You still at it, man. I said I don't want to hear about it.
Okay.
I don't want to hear about it. Yeah. Hold on. Let me put you on mute. Y'all can talk amongst yourself, but I don't want to hear about any trauma tonight. All right?
Well, I was on mute, man. Come on, man. I can fucking talk.
Take yourself off mute.
Yeah. I see what you're saying, Troy. I see what you're saying, Troy. You want a personal like a perspective of the boxing thing too, though. Like you want. I see what you're saying, though. Like seriously though, it's like there's so many realities in life and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody. So yeah, there really is like a different like perspective and shit that would be about. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, I was into a fucking. I watch you just meet me like that, or some who just muted me. Fuck, man.
Yeah, anyway, back to the original topic. I think men should box. Real men should only be allowed to box, and women boxing is a different sport. They've got bigger gloves, shorter rounds. It's a completely different sport, female boxing. I feel like women should be protected from these fucking, beasts that are trying to get into, women's boxing to kill women.
Hey Jimmy, honestly, I think people who have a problem with this are just insecure sexually, and they got to go do some deep diving in spiritually, internally, to figure shit out. And if they have the confidence, they'll figure it out. If they have the confidence, they'll figure it out quick. It wouldn't be a problem. You just have to have the confidence to know that, deep dive internally, introvertly, you're going to find some things out, baby. Come on now. You know what I'm saying? If you know who you are, it should be a problem whatsoever. It shouldn't be a problem whatsoever if you know who you are, man. If people want to speak so confidently, then just do that. That's the worst. People want to go into space without trying to like delve into the ocean. Same thing. People want to talk about everyone else's shit without delving into their own mind and shit. Delve into your own mind, then give back to people. Then talk like you're about something. You know what I'm saying? But don't sit there and be like, oh, this and that, when blah blah blah. Come on, man. Speak that shit up. Speak it out.
Well, gentlemen,
Come on, man.
gentlemen, I want to thank you
That
for your
bullshit.
time, but everything comes to an end, so I'm gonna end this conversation. Wish everybody the best. What time is it right now? About 9 o'clock. I don't know if I should start another live talking about Fury White or not. I probably will. That'll probably probably lift my spirits a little better because this joint right
You
here
know what it is, Troy?
dragged my
I
ass
feel
to
like
the ground. Actually, it did.
yeah,
It
yeah.
just
You
did.
look, man. You got a good
So, yeah.
boxing page, man. You got a lot of knowledge, bro.
So
You know, I think that's
I'll
probably
tell you what
better
I'm gonna
because
do. Right, I'm gonna
yeah, yeah.
chill and wait until my chick. I'm gonna chill for about 20 minutes after I kick you out of hell out and start a new live about Dillian White, maybe, because I believe he's gonna stop him. I believe he's gonna stop him. I really do believe that, and so does Derek Chisora. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So Anthony Joshua's he says that Dillian White's got a massive opportunity to beat Fury.
He looks like he's in the best shape of his life. Like you can't tell yet, but he looks like he's in the best shape of his life.
Yeah, that's the leanest, and he looks like he's put on some good lean muscle. And look, man,
Yeah,
I mean, he must
and
have
then
sparred
Fury,
over
and this is
100
for you.
rounds.
This is for you, Smoke. Fury seems a bit confused. He wants to do southpaw. He wants to come in at that weight and this weight. And why is it now that he's bringing out his secondary coaches, his coaches, and he's not talking about his fight plan? Because he told Wilder what he was going to do twice. He told him to his
Yeah.
face twice what he was going to do.
Yeah,
The thing
don't
is
get
with Wilder,
okay. I mean, listen, while you building this up, with Dillian White's being in the best shape and Tyson Fury being all over the place, after Tyson Fury whoops his ass, I don't want to hear about like, oh,
I'll be back in 20
like,
minutes.
yeah. I mean, I'm just saying,
Hold
like,
on to
you're
that
digging
energy.
yourself an awfully big hole. But yeah, peace, man.
Hold on to that energy.
Yeah.
Listen, hold on to that energy there, Puff Puff.
I'll be back in like an hour though. Like, well, if you're back in 30, like I gotta run an errand. But
Yeah, well, I
I'll
got to
take
detox a little bit from all this nonsense that happened in this show, and then I'll
Yeah,
come
man.
back on. I'm gonna go do the artwork right now, and we'll
It
see how
sounds
that
like you
turns
think
out.
that the Negro Leagues was a good idea.
That what?
It sounds like you thought Negro Leagues was a good idea, like the colored heavyweight champion. That's what we should have had. We should have a
We did
transgender
have that.
champion and like a
We did
regular
have that.
woman's champion. Like, man,
We
come on.
did
bro.
have all those things, Smoke, and it was a great idea.
Yeah, whatever, man.
What
No,
what is better than owning your own, Smoke?
say
What
again?
is better than owning your own?
Owning your own, owning everything, I guess. Owning yours too.
What? Okay, Smoke.
Having
Everything
everything
starts
being my
small.
own.
Nike started out as a $35 swoosh. It didn't own a damn thing.
Okay.
Okay, everything starts small. You don't wake up big. I don't know if you ever built anything. I have,
mean,
and
a
I
few
failed.
things.
I failed quite a few
few
times. But
A few things.
Nike started off small, man. It did it. It
Yeah.
started off real small.
Okay, but they didn't start off
And
segregated though.
of course they did, Smoke. It was a
Of
white
course they
company.
did not.
Oh,
Of course they
okay,
did not.
Smoke.
Like, it wasn't like, oh,
Okay, Smoke. How many black people worked for them when they first started?
how many black people? They're a shoe company. Like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, you
How
went
many
from the
black?
fact that Nike
You said it
started off
didn't start
small.
off
Now you're talking
segregated.
about the employees.
You said it.
Like,
No,
what are you
no.
on, bro?
You said it didn't start off segregated. Name me a
Correct.
country.
They were
Name me a
correct. It's not
company in
like
this.
it's not like
Name
every
me
other
a
shoe company
company
said
in
you
this.
can't mess with Nike.
Name me a company in this country that didn't start off segregated. Smoke. This is
None of them did.
America.
Okay.
This is America. Oh. So wait a second. You know,
What are you-
every company that started in this
Okay,
world.
you said Nike started off small. Did Nike started off
company,
so small that people said
every
that they had
company
to
that started off in the United States of America was diverse.
were
Yeah?
athletic shoes sold in
I
shoe
said
stores?
no. Let's start from 1910. So
Were
every company
athletic
that
shoes
started from
started in
1910,
was athletic
every
shoes
company
somehow
that started
banned
from
from being
1910
sold in shoe stores?
was
I'm
diverse,
trying to
right?
figure out how Nike was segregated.
Was any black people working in Nike?
Does that
when it
mean there's a
first started?
segregation because there's no black people there? How many black
Yes.
people are in a Chinese company? Is it because of
Yes.
segregation?
Yes.
Okay, whatever, dude. I don't,
Yes.
like, first off, when you said Nike was a small
Yes.
company, were you talking about the height of the individuals who worked at Nike, or are you saying the size of the company? You're talking about the size of the
Smoke.
company, correct? So when I said Nike wasn't segregated,
My
I'm talking
name,
about
my
the
name,
athletic shoes
Smoke.
Athletic
My
shoes
name,
were sold
my name
right
is
next to every.
my name is Troy Graham, and I don't entertain fools. So don't ask me foolish questions, Smoke. You should know better than that. Okay? You could ask those foolish questions to someone else, and you could deflect here, you could deflect there, but you're not dealing with a dime a dozen brother here. You're dealing with Troy Graham, hence the name of the show, the Troy Graham Experience. Please say the experience. Please say the experience. Knock it off. Okay? Just knock it off. Thank you very much. You have a good night. Your boy gonna say that no other. Oh God! Of course, Chinese companies are not diversified. Smoke. Hence the term Chinese companies. Duh. How would you feel if you walked into a Chinese restaurant and you saw me there cooking? Seriously. You walked into a Mexican restaurant, you see a China man there making all the tacos. Hmm? Or if you walk into a soul food spot and then you have a Jew doing all the cooking. Huh? You're gonna be like, nah, I can't eat their food. This not gonna be good. You don't listen. Just don't listen. I know they fell asleep right there. But ladies and gentlemen and ladies, I don't know where the hell the show went tonight because I simply just let go of the wheel. I let go of it on purpose because I was disappointed. I did all this work to get these people over here to have a real conversation. Not these people that were in the on the panel, but people that are in the LGBTQ community, and not one of them showed up. They didn't show up. So I was very disappointed about that because you can't have the type of conversation I wanted to have without them being here. And for the record, you just can't. But I said to the man, you can't. I just can't get the answers for this. So I'm not doing any more of these shows like this. I'll let somebody else tackle this, but no one else will. I just felt that I was the one to do it, but obviously the good Lord got other plans for me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shout out everybody that showed up. Everybody that showed up. Everybody that was hiding in the background. Right? I can't stand a stupid cat. What did you? I just, I can't understand it. So let me shout everybody out before I get delirious from my lack of sleep. Tony, hold on, Tony. Wow. Okay. Pigeon. Respect, respect. Rolling with the punches. Gotta deal with them demons, goddamn brother. Kevin Fluentes, respect. You too, Pigeon. Tony Boswell, respect. Unless you're still sitting next to me. Because you know what? Oh, wow. So yeah, just respect, respect, respect. Uh Troy Graham, respect. Tony Boswell, again, respect. Uh, where the hell? Roland, Tony Boswell. He left in another car. So I'm just gonna cut it off for tonight because I don't think I can deal with talking anymore about anything. I want to go to sleep. I was really, for the first time ever, I was disappointed. And I usually just let things roll off my shoulders and let them fall where it's gonna fall. But damn, I was disappointed. I wanted them to come through, man. I put a lot of work in, and they didn't come through. What a lot of work in, bro. But hmm, bless up yourself, one and all. Bless up. get to smoke. Before separation of the different. Shut the hell up, smoke.